guys, it's your girl Sam Simma coming right back at you with a vlog, and today I'm with my salons. What it do, baby?
What's good? Wait,
Flat.
isn't it supposed to be a video for the 1930s?
You right, dog. Let's take this back. So me and Joe are here. We're actually doing a school project.
No, it's actually a school project, but we're just doing it vlog style.
How many try school folks?
Okay, so news back then was via mouth, and so people just like talk about it and then write it down and make mass copies. Sounds kind of familiar to today, but it's like definitely way different because right now we have so much like technology like Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Like you can find out about anything in a matter of like so many seconds. Okay, here's the part that you should actually care about. The first like ever American newspaper was printed in Mexico about an earthquake that happened in Guatemala. Okay, moving on from news to sports. Sports takes on a major role today in America. Since the Great Depression, during this time, a lot of salaries were cut. Ballpark renovations were also suspended due to the lack of money, even though Winter Olympics were postponed. Alright, so baseball and boxing were the most popular sports back then, but mostly baseball. But Babe Ruth was the face of baseball. So Babe Ruth was a 2-time All-Star selection, a 7-time World Series champ, and so on. He achieved a lot of many things. Alright, not only baseball was popular, but boxing was too. Hey Joe, do you want to know a really good boxer?
Yeah, who?
Joe.
Joe who?
Joe Louis. Joe Louis was not only a boxer, but he successfully knocked out James J. Braddock in about 8 rounds. What a knockout. Joe was known as an extremely accurate and economical puncher.
In the 1930s, there were a lot of big events. Like in 1930, the Tariff Act occurred. This act occurred in 1930 and was sponsored by U.S. Senator Reed Snoot and Representative Willis Hawley. The Tariff Act raised the tariff level on imported goods to try and protect American production. Foreign trading partners retaliated with higher tariffs, and American trade was reduced by half, leading to a depth and length of the Great Depression. Wait. Is that the Star-Spangled Banner?
It is.
The Star-Spangled Banner was regarded as the national anthem by most U.S. armed forces and other groups, but in March 1931, Congress passed an act confirming President Woodrow Wilson's presidential order, and on March 3rd, President Hoover signed it into law. Go America! February 16th, 1934, the first prisoners are delivered to Alcatraz, the prison in San Francisco Bay. This prison is known for notorious bank robbers and murderers. Leading to the topic of disasters, this prison was supposed to be like one of the highly, most protective prisons ever. But wait, there's more. Isn't Alcatraz known for Americans that escaped it? Alcatraz didn't end up being what it was meant for anyways. Perhaps one of the worst disasters in United States history was the Dust Bowl. 3 million people left their farms on the Great Plains during the drought. The combination of drought and poor land practice created this environmental disaster that devastated a lot of people.
Hey, you thought we were done? Psych.
A few moments later.
So, I'm going to talk to you about some important people in the 1930s. One of them would be George Eastman. George Eastman was kind of important. George Eastman was a philanthropist. I can't even say the P word. George Eastman was an entrepreneur, a philanthropist, and he specialized in photos. He was really popular for that. Because of his invention, anyone could take pictures on a handheld camera with just a click of a button. Snap. Bonnie and Clyde were the most iconic couple ever. Couple goals, am I right? Joe smiling behind the camera because she knows I'm right. Bonnie and Clyde were best known for murders, kidnappings, bank robberies, anything, you name it. But, they're still cute together, so, that's what matters. Bonnie and Clyde met in Texas, instantly hit it off. May 23rd, 1934. Bonnie and Clyde were driving away from a crime scene, and the cops shot and killed them, so they were instantly dead. Huey Long, nicknamed the Kingfish, was an American politician that served as the 40th governor of Louisiana. The popular slogan was, "Every man a king," hence the name Kingfish. That really got him known around, and he was very much talked about, so that was really good for his politician career. He also signed a bill that police could arrest without a warrant. After that, a lot of people didn't like it, and so many death threats followed him.
Howard Hughes was born in Texas, and he became known as a manufacturer, aviator, and producer and director. He set many aviation records and even created his own airline company. Howard set many aviation records and even created the Hughes Aircraft Company. Howard Hughes is known for Hell's Angels and created the very popular Scarface. The next important person is Charles Lindbergh. Charles Lindbergh was known as the Lone Eagle, and he saw hallucinations and mirages on his really famous flights. Gangster Al Capone offered to help find Lindbergh's baby that mysteriously disappeared in New Jersey one day. Sadly, this tragedy ended when Charles Lindbergh's baby was found only a few miles from his house, murdered. This important individual was Newt Rock. He was a famous football coach that boarded a flight towards Los Angeles to take part in a really famous production. The production was called Spirit of Notre Dame, but before he could take part in the production, tragically the plane went down and he passed away with 7 of the people boarded on the flight. His death devastated the United States, especially the university community. John Dillinger even escaped the Indiana State Prison, but his criminal activity had to end somewhere. So he was sadly put down when the FBI set up a plan, and he was walking out of a movie. He tried to escape, but he got shot down to his death.
If I make this, then you have to listen to everything that I have to say. And it's just gonna cut to the next clip. Alright guys, I made my shot, so deal's a deal, here we go. So basically I'm gonna talk to you guys about the 21st Amendment, but in order for you guys to understand fully, I need to talk about the 18th Amendment. So I'm gonna take us back a bit. So the 18th Amendment prohibited alcohol beverages, and that was for 13 years. So after a while, when it was banned, the 21st Amendment in the 1930s, specifically 1933, the 21st Amendment was passed, and basically it just repealed the 18th Amendment. So that's the easiest way I can say it. So yeah. Alright, so now I'm going to talk to you guys about crime. As you all know, the Great Depression was held in the 1930s, and if you didn't, now you do. So unemployment and poverty was spread out through the whole nation, and increased crimes such as theft, prostitution, domestic violence, and other alcohol-related crimes. Alright guys, it's a new day, and I'm going to talk to you guys about 2 people you've probably never heard of in your life, but I'm going to educate you. So, The War of the Worlds is an episode of the American radio drama anthology series The Mercury Theater, on the air, directed and narrated by the actor and future filmmaker Orson Welles. Welles' novel The War of the Worlds, it was broadcasted live as a Halloween episode. It was based on the opening of Welles' novel, but modified to place the story setting in the 1930s, specifically 1939. Another person I want to talk to you guys about is Charles Lucano, also known as Lucky Lucano. He was an influential Italian-born mobster, criminal mastermind, and crime boss who operated mainly in the U.S. He's considered the father of modern organized crime in the U.S. for the establishment of the First Commission. And yeah.
Miss Lane, please give us an A because we worked hard. Alright, that pretty much wraps everything up. Thank you guys for watching. It sounds like a YouTube video. This pretty much wraps up this video. Thank you guys for watching. Really hope you liked our video. Put a lot of thought and creativity in it for sure. And a lot of time.
And if Miss Lynn, you can give us an A, you know.
Slide that in there. Yeah, slime. That would really be
Helpful.
Peace out, Girl Scout.
Happy Halloween. So the first topic that
Hi guys, welcome back to the vlog.
Stop, you're laughing!
Just kidding. Guys, this is my paper. The point of news is to just... What is the point of news, bro? I don't even know. I think they're matching. They're matching. This is a different angle because my other arm got tired. Y'all know Joe. Joe Mama. I'm gonna knock you out, bro, if you don't get this right. This was done on Saturday, and the project is due Monday. So, ready?
Oh. Senator.
Extremely accurate.
Of Willis Hawley.
You can't just blink out like that. I don't know, guys. This is really good lighting.
Okay.
I think they're salty that we're filming.
Huey. I was gonna say Huey Chewy.
And became known. He didn't become known as Scarface. He literally did it. Say ew. Don't put that in.
All right, I want to save the best clip for last. So enjoy this next clip. Yeah.